Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the Hopkinton High School Athletic Complex for boys varsity lacrosse. As today, the 0-2 Hopkinton Hillers take on King Philip in a non-league matchup. King Philip out of the Hockomock. They are 1-1 on the season. Tom Nappy on the call, Joe Frackleton on camera, for what should be a good battle between two good lacrosse programs. The Hillers coming off of a couple of tough losses against Westwood and Medfield, but the Hillers pretty young this year, only 3 seniors on the roster. They lost a lot of talent to graduation last year, but still some great athletes, and they should certainly be competitive. Sam Vassington in the center circle for the Hillers. And he was up against Thomas Brewster, who takes it for King Philip. And King Philip, right off the bat, scores a goal as Donovan DeVellis, a sophomore, strikes off a nice pass by Braden Thompson. And just like that, it's 1-0. Philip, a very good lacrosse program. Certainly going to be a tough battle here today. That score comes 7 seconds into action. Certainly not the way you want to start. Off the face-off, King Philip has it again. Hillers going to have to be aggressive against this quick striking King Philip team as Sean Crowther sends that flying, one of the captains for KP. It'll stay with King Philip. It is a cloudy day out there today. Temperatures in the low 40s. It is certainly breezy as the Hillers get a recovery. Picked up by, I want to say that was Rocco Horgan, the goalkeeper, and it was. And we'll have a reset here. We'll stay with the Hillers. Sam Vasington will take it. Dan Norton once again at the helm. He's done a great job with this Hopkinton Hillers boys lacrosse program. And we do have a penalty. It's going to be against King Philip, a 30-second penalty. And they get, well, it said number 43. I believe they're making a correction to the player's number. There it is. It's going to be on Colin Lightbody, a senior. So it will go to the Hillers. They'll start in their defensive end. Hopkinton in the white, working left to right across your screen. King Philip in the dark green with the yellow numbers. Around the net goes Gould. And now here comes Owen McDonald. He'll fling it out. That's McDonald, rather. As Bodette flung it out, and we get a score. And that is going to be Logan Del Ponte. Logan Del Ponte with a nice shot. And it's a 1-1 game. So the Hillers taking advantage of the power play as they score on the King Philip penalty. And that is exactly 1 minute after King Philip scored the first goal of the game. 10:53 left. Sam Vasington up against Thomas Brewster. In the Hillers' territory, it's knocked loose by Manser. Manser picks it up. Along the far side, misses his intended target. Goes out of play, side out, King Philip ball. Will Weiblin with it. King Philip so far, they defeated Sharon in their first game of the season, 13-1, then lost to Walpole in a close one, 9-7. Hillers with it. Owen McDonald over to Del Ponte. As far as the Hillers, They lost to Westwood in their season and home opener in a close one, 11-7, then fell to Medfield on the road this past Tuesday, 19-4. Lave Lynette over to Del Ponte. Del Ponte calling it out, one of the assistant captains. Closing in and flings that wide. It'll stay with the Hillers. McDonald waiting at the back line. Here he comes. Over to Lave Lynette. Cross now along the far side. Trying to approach. Champlin gets it inside, and a nice shot by Bodette, and it's 2-1. Hillers take the lead. That score is by Luke Bodette. Assist will go to Owen Champlin. And the junior strikes. It comes at 9:34 left to go in the first quarter. Strap in, folks. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring today. In the center circle, Vassington up against Brewster. Brewster wins that one. Brewster along the far side. Rushing into Hillers territory out in front. And the shot deflected. Good defense. It was an attempted shot by Crowther and deflected by a defender. I want to say it was Vassington who got in the way. Crowther with it. Working up the near side. Gets it out to Braden Thompson. Now across. Over to Longo Barty. Now up around the net they go. Crowther. Over to Thompson. Trying to close in. Shot deflected. Loose ball picked up by Crowther. Crowther, a senior captain. Sean Crowther in his senior year. Brewster with it. It's up behind the net. Good defense in front of the net by the Hillers, being aggressive. Light body gets it back around. DeVellis trying to take it out. And he gets jammed up with Proventure. Back to his feet. With it is Light body. Out to Brewster. Light body now. Out in front. Shot and a score. Donovan DeVellis. It's 2-2. Well, it was good defense in front of the net, but Hillers just couldn't get the turnover, and King Philip able to capitalize. That score comes at 7:56 left to go in the first quarter. Cooper Goodman, the freshman, in the center circle up against Thomas Brewster. Here comes King Philip. Loose ball. And sweeping it towards the back line is Colin Lightbody. The Hillers get there. Rocco Horgan takes it out. Over to Peter DeMcKelly. DeMcKelly. Trying to go near side. Getting in the way is Sean Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick coming down. Met with some contact. Out in front. Both teams have a number of players trying to pick it up, and the Hillers get it, and then a big hit. That's going to draw a flag. John Sanda picked it up and then was delivered a big hit from Donovan DeVellis, and that'll be an illegal hit. So the Hillers going to have a man advantage here. taking advantage of these power play opportunities is going to be big in this one. It's going to be so we have 2 fouls, unnecessary roughness and unsportsmanlike conduct. And it was actually Sean Fitzpatrick, the guilty party. And he is going to be penalized for 2 minutes. So if we're comparing to hockey, it's almost like a major. But I believe they do also have the 5-minute major here in lacrosse as well. Logan Del Ponte over to Ian Tosca. Big opportunity here for the Hillers to get back on top. McDonald. Over to his right to Bodette. Back out to McDonald. Cross now Ian Tosca. They're going to go around the net, try to open things up out in front. Out to McDonald. Del Ponte. McDonald now. Ian Tosca. McDonald gets it over to the near side of Bodette. Back up to Del Ponte. Ian Tosca over to, that's Will Rockwell, the freshman. Now Bodette. McDonald. To Del Ponte, and Tosca with a shot, and it's a save. Good save by James Boldy, the junior goalkeeper and captain. Of course, your matchup in net, Rocco Horgan for the Hillers, James Boldy for King Philip. Hillers get it right back. Sam Vasington up to Del Ponte. Gets it over to McDonald. Del Ponte to Ian Tosca. Loose ball near side, and it's going to be stopped just in time by Bodette. With it now, McDonald. He's going to try to close in here. Gets it out behind the net. Hillers will keep it. Gould picks it up. Only 9 seconds left on the penalty. I think the Hillers need to be a little bit aggressive here. Close in and take a shot. And that shot's deflected. Del Ponte with the shot, and Will Weiblin got in the way. Penalty has expired. King Philip has it. Here comes Lightbody. A number of seniors on this King Philip roster. They will certainly lose a lot of players after this season. But they are expected to do big things this year. Up behind the net, Lightbody. Out to Failer. Back to Lightbody. Out in front, and that shot deflected. Loose ball, it's picked up. Failer able to pick it up. There's Crowther looking for the shot. Now what it is, number 25 unlisted. We'll have to get a name on him. And a shot deflected, and Horgan makes the save. 4 minutes and counting left to go in the first quarter. It remains a 2-2 game. Vasington gonna rush upfield. He lost it. Picks it back up. Loose ball, and it's picked up by King Philip. Nice pick up and pass there by Gavin McCarthy. Failer takes the shot, deflected away. King Philip gets to the back line. Colin Lightbody will take it. DeVellis sweeps it out. Near side, Failer. Running back. Out to 25. And it's knocked loose. Who's going to pick it up? It'll be the Hillers, picked up by Braden Joachim. Braden Joachim, a freshman. And Horgan going to make the save there. Goes to King Philip. Trying to take it out to Velas. Hillers certainly look a lot more sound today. I mean, they're a young team, and those first few games of the season, you work out all the kinks. The Hillers seem to be working them out nicely. Much better defense than we saw against Westwood, as that shot is deflected away. Getting in the way of that shot was Owen Champlin, freshman. And the good thing about this Hillers team, a lot of freshmen on the roster that are going to get some great experience this season and be huge assets going forward. Up the near side, Champlin. Over to Bodette. Stand up, trying to work it upfield. And we're going to get a timeout call by the Hopkinton Hillers. Coach Norton with the timeout signal. 2:02 left to go. It's Hopkinton 2, King Philip 2. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers, Boys Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. Off the timeout, 2:02 left to go in the first quarter. A 2-2 game between the Hillers and King Philip. Hillers with possession. Owen McDonald to take it out. Near side, Del Ponte. See what Coach Norton drew up here. Takes the shot. It's a save by James Boldy. Nice save there by Boldy. King Philip working up the far side. Sean McCarthy with it. Over to Longobardi. Don't forget, we have a double dose of Hiller Sports tomorrow. Friday, we'll have softball against Westwood at 4 p.m., followed by Hiller baseball at 6:30 p.m. against Westwood. Should be a fun time here at Hopkinton High School tomorrow night. And hopefully the rain will hold off as it's supposed to today. Out in front, there's a shot, and it bounces in. Sean Crowther makes it 3-2. Just an unlucky bounce there for the Hillers. That comes at 52.7 seconds left. Cooper Goodman up against Thomas Brewster. Picked up by Brewster. Now it's knocked down. Kicks it forward. And collected by Crowther. Crowther sends it wide. We'll stay with KP. Colin Lightbody at the back line. .31 seconds and counting left to go in the quarter. Longobardi gets it near side. Braden Thompson. Back to Longobardi. Trying to maneuver around the defender. Takes a shot. It's wide. Stays with KP. Lightbody. Brings it back to Thompson. On the far side, Boldy. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one quarter, it's King Philip 3, the Hopkinton Hillers 2. We got a good battle here at Hopkinton High School. You are tuned in to Boys Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. Start of the second quarter, 12 minutes on the clock. A 3-2 King Philip lead over the Hillers. And they're going to send Devin Canty into the face-off circle. Up against Thomas Brewster for King Philip. Hillers in the white, King Philip in the green with the yellow numbers. Hopkinton working right to left across your screen for the second quarter. Picked up by Brewster. On the far side, Crowther. Up behind the net, late body. Out to Crowther. Longobardi. Over to Ian Hill. Behind the net, late body. Coming out. He's going to be chased back. Lost it. Ian Tosca sweeps it forward, but Crowther there to collect. Crowther. Over to Hill. Now Longobardi. On the far side, late body. Back to Longobardi. There's a shot and a score. Andrew Longobardi with a nice one. That'll be light body with the assist. Score comes at 11:01 left to go in the second quarter. Makes it a 4-2 KP lead. The Hillers, they need to get it out of their zone. Start getting some turnovers. I think there was going to be a delayed penalty there, but the fact that KP scores clears it. Canty against Brewster. Brewster's been so good on these face-offs. Loose ball. Battle for it. Brewster picks it up. Takes a couple hits. Working up the field, able to elude a defender. DeVellis. Nice backhanded pass over to Kip Bishop, who pops it in. That's one for the highlight reels for KP. DeVellis going behind the back. Comes at 10:37 left to go in the second quarter. It's now a 5-2 KP lead. Two quick goals here to start off the second frame. For the wrong team if you're a Hillers fan. Sam Vasington up against Thomas Brewster. Picked up by Brewster. Out in front. And the pass is wide by Crowther. Hillers get to the back line. Pass in by Proventure. Here goes DiMichele. Or correction, that is Vasington with it. Over to Proventure. DiMichele. Pass over to Gould. Behind the net now. McDonald trying to bring it out. Takes a quick shot. It's wide. Stays with the Hillers. Two minutes into the second quarter. 5-2 King Philip. Lave Lynette with it. Around the net they go. Coming out with it, McDonald. Pass to his left. Up top, Goodman. Going to try to race in. Back out to Bodette. Or that is Lavelinette. Bodette to his right. Lavelinette gets it over to the side, over to Gould. Now behind the net. McDonald. Trying to get around the defender. King Philip defending very well. It's knocked away and taken away by Sean Fitzpatrick. Uh-oh. It's going to go to the Hillers here. And a save right off the bat by James Boldy. There goes Crowther. Pass to his left, out in front, shot, and it's wide by Fitzpatrick. Hillers have it. Horgan, the keeper, and a little fumble there. Horgan just able to get back in net. Taken by 25, knocked down, loose ball. Collected by Provencher. Provencher gets it up over to Champlin. Batted around. We're going to get a Hillers timeout. 7:55 left to go in the second quarter. King Philip 5, Hillers 2. You're tuned in to Boys Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. Off the timeout, 7:55 left to go in the second quarter. It'll be Hillers' ball. Working right to left across your screen. Big congratulations to the Hopkinton Hillers track and field team. Boys and girls getting a big win over Holliston yesterday. We had it live for you on HCAM. And you could see the broadcast on our YouTube page as the shot from McDonald's deflected. Picked up by McCarthy. Here comes KP. Rushing up the field, Sean McCarthy. Able to get around a couple of defenders. Campbell. Around the net they go. Over to the unlisted 25, Campbell. Takes a shot, deflected off the stick of Provencher, stays with KP. DeVellis comes out with it. Closing in. Over to DeVellis. Out in front, and a bouncer into the net goes Kip Bishop. That's his second goal, and I believe both of them were off of bounces. Makes it 6-2 KP. That's 6:46 left to go in the first half. Devin Canty up against Thomas Brewster. Hillers have their work cut out for him now. King Philip has scored the last 5 goals in this game. Here goes Thomas Brewster. He's going to rush right in, and that shot wide. Kip Bishop takes it out. Brings it around and slices it in. Oregon just wasn't ready for it. Comes at 6:29 left. 7-2 KP. I don't think Horgan heard the whistle. Or actually, that was, we're going to get Nate Burns in goal now. So Horgan comes out, Nate Burns takes over. Devin Canty up against Visucci, Alex Visucci. Excuse me, Alex Viscusi. Viscusi takes a big hit. Here goes Canty. And Canty sends it flying out of play. An errant pass there. The Oilers got a nice turnover, and can't have those errant passes, giving it right back. So you can hear the wind chiming in. Starting to pick up a little bit. Crowther with it. Out in front and met with a couple of defenders was DeVellis, and the Oilers have it. And Manser goes back to the keeper, Nate Burns. Burns flings it out. Missed level net. And here comes Gould. Nice spin around the defender by Del Ponte, and he slices it in. Boy, did the Oilers need that. Second goal of the game by Del Ponte. Comes at 5:23 left to go in the quarter. Makes it a 7-3 game. Canty up against Brewster. Picked up by Viscusi. Viscusi trying to close in, met with a Hiller. And it's going to stay with KP. I think we had a hold call. Longobardi over to Ian Hill. Braden Thompson with it. Goes behind the net. Light body. Takes a slice, brings it out. And that one off the side of the net. Picked up by Burns, the keeper. And the freshman keeper going to run up with it. Trying to get it over to Canty, and Canty fumbles it away. And luckily the Hiller's there to recover as Proventure picks it up. McDonald. Del Ponte. Sanda. John Sanda trying to close in. Takes the shot, deflected. King Philip has it. Rushing up the field, Will Weiblin. Out behind the net. Out in front, and Kip puts it in. Kip Bishop. Nice feed by Lightbody. Kip Bishop has a hat trick. Comes at 3:50 left to go in the quarter. In the first half. Sam Vasington up against Thomas Brewster. Tom Nappy happy to be with you on the call for this Hiller Boys Varsity Lacrosse game on HCAM. Joe Frackleton on camera. On a cloudy, windy day here at Hopkinton High School. Closing in, Brewster with a shot, loose ball. And it's picked up by the Hillers. Good recovery there by Nate Burns. Burns playing pretty well in net. Our first look at the freshman this season. Manser up to Gould. Near side, Owen McDonald. Closing in, shot, score! Owen McDonald gets in the books. Racking up the scores this year for the Hillers. Makes it an 8-4 game. Hillers very much in this thing. Comes at 3:18 left. Devin Canty up against Thomas Brewster. Loose ball. Kicked forward by DeMcKelly. Picked up by McDonald. Hillers making a handful of subs. Sanda. Over to Gould. DeMcKelly. Or excuse me, Del Ponte sends that wide. We're going to get a 30-second technical penalty against King Philip. It's going to be against Sean Fitzpatrick. The Hillers with the man advantage. Another big opportunity here. On the far side, out to McDonald. Tosca over to Gould. Out in front. And Ian Tosca bumps it over. It's picked up by Gould. Hillers fortunate to keep possession there. Penalty has expired. McDonald closing in. Shot, and it is in! Oh wait, yeah, will indeed be a goal. Owen McDonald with his second goal of the game makes it 8-5. How about that? Hillers have 3 of the last 4 goals. Comes at 1:56 left in that first half. Devin Canty up against Thomas Brewster. Collected by Manser. Over to Gould. Del Ponte. And it's deflected. Collected by KP. Up to Nolan Failer. Along the far side he goes. Minute 28 counting left to go in the first half. Light body. Flings it out to Crowther. Failer now. Trying to close in. We're at the 1 minute mark. Behind the net, light body. Out he goes, shot, and it is in. Nolan Failer rips it in for KP. Comes at 50 seconds left in the first half. That makes it an a 9-5 game. So it's a 6-3 second quarter in favor of KP. Alex Viscusi up against Devin Canty in the faceoff. Viscusi brushes it out. Hiller's trying to pick it up. Battle for it. Sanda collects. Along the far side. Proventure. And it's going to go side out. KP ball with 24 seconds left in the half. Light body with it. Well, you better bet they're going to go for a score here. Longobardi being boxed out by Mansur. 10 seconds left. Trying to close in. Shot deflected. And scooped up by the keeper, who will fling it right out, but that'll do it for the first half of play. After 2 quarters, it is King Philip 9, the Hillers 5. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. We are ready for the second half. Tom Happy to be with you for Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Lacrosse. Joe Frackleton on camera. King Philip leading 9-5 as we start this third quarter. Hillers in the white, King Philip in the dark green. Hopkinton will be working left to right across your screen for this third quarter. Devin Canty up against Thomas Brewster for King Philip in the center circle off the faceoff. And we're underway. Colin Lightbody with it. Correction, Sean McCarthy with it, working up the near side. Bit cloudy out today and some heavy winds coming in, but certainly better conditions than initially expected earlier in the week for today's game. Looked like it was going to be a rainy day earlier in the week, but the rain not supposed to hit till late at night, so we are certainly relieved here at HCAM. Braden Thompson goes behind the net, over to Lightbody. Back to Thompson, trying to open up things. And that shot wide by Crowther. Stays with KP. Hillers had 3 out of 4 goals at one point in the second quarter. King Philip had the last goal to make it 9-5 with 50 seconds left in the half. Closing in, and a good save there by Burns. And now battle for it. It got stuck in the netting. It will go to the Hillers. And Nate Burns, the freshman goalkeeper, has come in for Rocco Horgan about midway through the second quarter and calmed things down a little bit. Flings it up to Vasington. Over to Sanda, and sneaking up on him was McCarthy. Del Ponte trying to close in. Goes back out to Sanda. Gold. Trying to close in. McDonald takes a shot. It's wide off of Weiblen. It goes. Weiblen picks it up, takes a big hit. Loose ball. And it's still loose. McDonald with a push. Picked up along the near side by Varsity. Good aggressive play there by the Hillers. Del Ponte. That's what the Hillers need to do. When you get those loose ball opportunities, get physical. Takes the shot, deflected. And a secondary shot deflected away. It was Bodette on the secondary shot. It was collected by James Boldy, flings it up the far side. Loose ball. And the Hillers recover. Vassington picks it up. And now it's knocked loose once again, and KP picks it up. McCarthy collects. We're starting to see some good physical play in this third quarter. This is the point of the game. You leave it all out on the field. Gold. And we're going to have a cross-check. It's going to be against the Hillers. They're going to get Jack Proventure for a minute. So KP will have a man advantage. Andrew Longobardi out of the center circle. Out to Braden Thompson. Trying to open up things. There's a shot, deflected. Donovan DeVellis on the shot. And who got to that back line? It looks like KP. Good hustle there by Nate Burns. Light body. Out to Crowther. Light body. Tripped up. Just able to get it away. There's a shot and brushing it in. Donovan DeVellis. So KP able to capitalize on the power play. Comes at 7:39 left to go in the third quarter. Devin Canty up against Thomas Brewster. Hillers got it. Nice win there in the center circle by Canty on the face-off. That's another thing the Hillers are going to need to do in this second half. Win those face-offs. Del Ponte with it. Flings it across. Lavalnette picks it up. Bodette. Bodette closing in. Tries the bouncer, and it's collected by Boldy. Here comes KP, Sean McCarthy. Ooh, we're going to get a penalty there. Usually when you see the stick go flying, there's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a slash against Wyatty and Tosca. That'll be a minute penalty. You got to stay out of penalty trouble if you're the Hillers here. Down by 5, trying to work your way back. You want to be aggressive, but certainly got to be cautious to an extent. Thompson over to Longobardi. KP going to work it around and try to open up the middle. Here's the shift. And that shot deflected. Andrew Longobardi with the shot attempt. Stays with KP. Braden Thompson. Flung across by Crowther. And a nice save by Nate Burns. Only 8 seconds left on the penalty. And it appears the Hillers will have the PK. And they will indeed. Loose ball. Picked up by Braden Joachim. Here comes the Hillers. Rushing up, taking the shot, deflected away. That was John Sanda with the shot. Kicked forward by Will Weiblin. Along the far side, picked up by Kip Bishop. Or he's attempting to pick it up, a battle for it now. Loose ball. Little soccer action going on. Late body. Over to Longobardi. Oh, loose ball again. Big hit delivered. That's going to draw a flag. We're going to have a call here. Proventure, another big hit. I believe it will be against KP. I think they're going to get late body. I think it was a cross check. We'll get a call here from the official. Will indeed be a cross check against Colin Lightbody, 1 minute penalty. Hey, do you like sports? Well, there's an official shortage throughout high school sports. So if you have a good knowledge base of a certain sport, they could use some officials. Logan Del Ponte flings it over to Ian Tosca. A lot of officials will be retiring in the near future, and believe it or not, most officials 45 or older. They could certainly use some young officials out there. Here goes Sean McCarthy. McCarthy rushing through a bunch of Hillers over to Kip, and Kip pops it in. That was a great goal there by KP. Got to give him credit. Sean McCarthy just breezing by Hillers. Feeds it over to Kip Bishop, and he finishes. Makes it 11-5, and that was a short-handed goal for King Philip. Comes at 4:18 left to go in the third quarter. Devin Canty up against Thomas Brewster. Don't forget, tomorrow, double dose of Hiller Sports for you. We got Hiller softball at 4 p.m. with their season opener against Westwood. And then at 6:30, we'll have the baseball season opener against Westwood under the lights. That's all tomorrow on HCAM. As long as the weather holds, the rain holds off, of course. DeVellis with it along the far side, being contested. Up the sideline, he goes to Brewster. Now coming out with it, Crowther. Crowther takes it back out. Penalty has expired. Not only does King Philip get the PK, they got a short-handed goal. Over to Campbell. Failer behind the net. Kip Bishop. Around the defender, takes it in, shot. And it's in! Kip Bishop racking up the goals for King Philip. Comes at 3:16 left to go in the third. That's his 5th goal. Devin Canty up against Thomas Brewster, and we're going to have a Hiller penalty here. They're going to get Whitey and Tosca for a minute. Didn't quite hear what the call was, but Ian Tosca will take a knee. KP has the man advantage. Vassington up against Brewster in the center circle. Brewster picks it up. Crowther. Well, there's a huge opportunity for KP to really start to take control of this game. On the side, shot, score. Donovan DeVellis. Makes it 13-5. 2:51 left in the third quarter. This game getting a bit sticky for the Hillers, to say the least. Devin Canty up against Alex Viscusi. McCarthy goes up the far side to DeVellis. Out in front, and another goal. DeVellis finds Crowther, and Crowther finds the net. Makes it 14-5. 2:36 left. KP starting to pour it on here. 6 straight goals. Devin Canty up against Thomas Brewster. It's going to go to the Hillers' false start against KP. Sanda. 2 gold. Del Ponte. Oh, I think he took a hit off the hand. And we're going to have a flag. It's going to be a slash against King Philip. It's going to be against Sean Fitzpatrick. So he'll come out for a minute, and Logan Del Ponte going to come out as he was a little shooken up. We'll have that hand checked out. Certainly hope he's okay. He's down right now in a bit of pain. And it's a cold, breezy day out there. So when you take a slash off the hand or arm area, it's really going to sting. Owen McDonald flings it out. Hiller's trying to capitalize with the man advantage. Gould. Right now, Del Ponte trying to run off the pain. And that shot deflected and out of play. It stays with the Hillers. 30 seconds left on the man advantage for Hopkinton. Goodman over to Bodette. Now it's McDonald up top. Goodman, McDonald, shot, And it's a save by Boldy. Fling up the near side. Crowther collects. Crowther trying to close in, and the penalty has expired. 1:05 and counting left to go in the third quarter. Up to 25, he lost it. And we're going to get a timeout called by Dan Norton and the Hopkinton Hillers, or at least I thought I heard timeout, maybe not. We'll keep things going. 40 seconds. Crowther. Maybe he took it away since it was out of play. Or actually, I think he got the call in too late. Campbell. Attempting to close in up top. To Braden Thompson. That'll do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it is King Philip 14, the Hillers 5. Hillers held scoreless in the third quarter as KP adds on 5. We'll head into the final 12 minutes of regulation. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. And welcome back to Hopkinton High School Athletic Fields. We are ready for the fourth quarter. Tom Nappy on the call, Joe Frackleton on camera for Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Lacrosse. King Philip leading 14-5. Hillers with quite a bit of work to do. Devin Canty up against John Campbell in the center. And Canty wins that face-off. Manser knocked out. Who's going to get it? And it is collected by Manser. In the KP territory, loose ball, and King Philip has it, picked up by Weiblin. Senior captain marching down the field. Ian Tosca on him closely. Over to 25. Campbell. On Fred Failer. On the far side now. Behind the net, over to late body. Campbell. Knocked loose. Hillers have it. Oh, we're going to get a flag. Might have been a high hit. Illegal body check is the call. So Ian Tosca will take a knee for the next minute. Longobardi with it. Thompson, Ian Tosca, an aggressive player, as we certainly saw on the hockey ice as well. And time to time, those aggressive players, they get those penalties. Late body with it. Very talented player as well. .25 with it over to Crowther. Longobardi. On the side, and misfire there by Novellis. Stays with KP. Up top. Longobardi takes a shot, deflected away. It'll go to KP. Closing in. Over to Light Body. And that's deflected away. It's going to go to the Hillers. You got Rocco Horgan in there as a forward. Or no, he's back in net, excuse me. So they did put Horgan back in. Nate Burns held up quite well, but then struggled a bit in the third quarter, the freshman goalkeeper. So they switch it back up as Lavalnet gets it over to the right side. Donald. And he sweeps it in. Well, a well-needed score for the Hillers. Makes it 14-6. And Owen McDonald has a hat trick. Comes at 8:38 left to go. Canty's had a few good face-offs. Let's see how he does here against Alex Viscusi. Trying to work it out. Viscusi able to get it back over to Fitzpatrick. Here he comes. And a net goes flying. Somebody lost the net. Trying to sneak in. Shot, goal. Sean Fitzpatrick puts King Philip right back up by 9. Comes at 8:21 left, just 17 seconds after the Hillers just scored. Stoppage here. I think it's because Viscusi needed to come off and get a new racket, a new net. McDonald. Bodette. Champlin. Bodette over to his right. On the far side, McDonald. Takes it in. Shot and a score! I think the key for the Hillers should be every game. Get it to Owen McDonald. He is something else. Comes at 7:40 left. Hillers back within 8. Cooper Goodman, the freshman, up against Alex Viscusi, the sophomore, in the center circle. Ooh, he lost it. And collected by Will Wadlin. Wadlin along the far side. Lost it. Picks it back up. Over to Failer. We'll go over to the Hillers. DeMcKelly. Up to Champlin. Goal gets behind the net. Swept out by O'Brien. McDonald. Shot deflected. Gould gets there. Champlin to Sanda. Along the far side, McDonald. Closing in, shot, and it's a save. Or deflected, still alive. And the battle continues, loose on the ground, picked up by the keeper, James Boldy. Pops it up the middle. Here goes Failer. And then comes loose, picked up now by an unlisted 19. Couple unlisted players out there, 25 with it. Campbell. Shot deflected. Good save there by Horgan. Battle for it. Picked up by Lightbody. Over to the near side. Closing in. Shot deflected. Off the body of Horgan goes Campbell. Loose ball. KP has it. Light body. Loose ball. And Horgan picks it up. Under 5 minutes left. Sando with it. King Philip ahead, 15-7. Sam O'Brien with it. Freshman gets it over to the far side. Out in front. Oh, it was dropped by Potet. He had a wide open net in front of him if he collected. Fitzpatrick. Out in front. Shot in. The unlisted 19. Makes it 16-7. At 4:12 left to go. Devin Canty up against Alex Viscusi. Battle for it. Near side out of, oh, yeah, went out of play. Just rolled past that blue line. McDonald with it. Looking to double the hat trick. Out in front. And it's collected by Fitzpatrick. We'll go back to the keeper. KP going to take their time here, burn off some of that clock. Out in front, Longobardi. And lost it. Battle for it. Continues on. KP able to collect. Picked up by Crowther. If you're KP, no rush. Hang on to it. Take your time. And they're going to pass around a bit. Light body out. Ian Hill. The KP coach telling him just work it around. Under 3 minutes. Longobardi flings it to the far side. And they'll go back around. Closing in, out up top and in. Sean Crowther makes it 17-7. Well, as we mentioned many times this season, the Hillers team young. Lost a lot of talent from last year's roster, and only 3 seniors on the roster. Make that 4 seniors, which is not a lot. King Philip, in comparison, 16 seniors on the roster. So we'll have to regroup next season, but still a long ways to go in this one. And they are a few minutes away from getting a win against a good Hopkinton team. McDonald knocked loose. Along the far side, out of play. It'll stay with Hopkinton. McDonald shoots wide. Stays with the Hillers. We have reached the 2-minute mark. Left to go in this game. Lavelnet over to his right. And it's collected by Boldy. Here comes Vescusi. Light body. On the side, and KP burning clock. That's what you want to do up by 10 in these last minutes. Burn that clock away. And they'll take a shot. It's wide. Under a minute left to go. Ian Hill. Failer gets it behind the net. Oh, wide pass there. Horgan takes it. Hiller's gonna play it out. Levinet coming up on the far side. Will Leiblin gonna go half speed. 10 seconds left. There goes Longobardi. He's just gonna hold on to it. And that'll do it. King Philip with a nice win over the Hopkinton Hillers. 17-7 is the final. King Philip outscores the Hillers in the fourth quarter 3-2. Hopkinton will fall to 0-3 on the season. King Philip improves to 2-1. Tough loss for the young Hiller team, but three very tough matchups to start off the season. You get a tough Westwood team, a tough Medfield team, and now a tough King Philip team. But they will certainly look to turn it around in the upcoming weeks. But today it is King Philip victorious over the Hopkinton Hillers, 17-7. Nice job by Owen McDonald, who had a hat trick, 5 goals overall. And that will just about do it for our coverage here today. For Joe Frackleton on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. This has been Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you tomorrow for Hillers softball and baseball. For everyone at HCAM, have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.